Thanks for the support as a channel member, Stuart Chatterton. I have no idea how we've got ourselves into this situation either, Mrs Wearmouth. 5 points behind Manchester United with 5 games to play. We play them now. If we win, we've got a real chance of winning the Premier League. I know, it's nuts. I guess it will be a problem that we've got no fit centre-backs. Hello and welcome to part 140 of Homegrown. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have that massive league game against Manchester United, and we also play the FA Cup semi-final against Arsenal. By the end of this episode, we could be fingertips away from a double. The double, which would be absurd. The important thing is we've pretty much nailed down Champions League qualification at this point. Actually, I thought we were 5 points behind. I thought we were second in the league. We're third in the league. Redo the whole intro. We're 7 points behind them. Not quite as impressive. We are 12 points clear of Arsenal, though. They've got a game in hand, but really, we shouldn't be messing up Champions League qualification from here, other than the fact that we are playing some difficult opposition. Manchester United, Arsenal, and Chelsea, all in league games before the end of the season. If we win those 3, I think we've got a very good chance of being champions. Sandro Veloso's top scorer in the league. Diego Perez is third on the average rating. Todd Thomas is just outside the top 3 for assists as well. We are a good side now. We just are going to find out over the next couple of episodes just how good. We know we've got the ability. Have we got the bottle? Have we got the bottle to go and beat Manchester United and then go on a little run that ultimately ends in us winning some trophies? Because at the moment, the only trophies this club has are non-league trophies, the odd promotion trophy on the way up, and the last 2 consecutive Papa John's trophies that our under 23s have been winning, which I guess the future for the club is bright, because they're being won by youth teams. If we have a look at the 11 we're putting out there, these aren't just a bunch of Brazilian wonder kids that we're throwing against clubs. These are largely players from our own academy, and one in particular who you're likely to see today. Simon Hannah is a 17-year-old centre-back, Northern Irish under-21 international, only 1.5-star current ability, but he does have 5-star potential, and we're potentially going to need him, because going into this Manchester United game, Fazekas is injured, Erkan is injured, Elias is suspended, Douglas Allen is out on loan, because we didn't think we'd need 4 centre-backs for the second half of the season. Turns out I was wrong. So we're playing Kovacic and Rodgers. Remember Joshua Rodgers? I don't think he's been anywhere near the team for about 1.5 years. He's been out on loan in the MLS since we last saw him. He's 24 now. We thought he might be the next Harrison Davies at some point. I think he's actually got as many Wales caps as Harrison Davies has in his career already. So we laugh at the idea of him being the next Harrison Davies. I imagine in reality, he's probably a better player than Davies ever was, because he's going to end up with more international caps, that's for sure. But it is a big ask of him today to come into this team who have been so solid defensively to play alongside a fullback and try and cover for Todd Thomas. It's going to be difficult. Simon Hannah is there on the bench if we do find ourselves needing another defender. We'll just have to see what happens. I'm expecting us to lose. If we win, something crazy is in the process of happening. I don't think Rodgers should be playing as a ball-playing defender. Let's probably fix that, shall we? There you go. We'll just stick it. I think we probably still have to have him covering for Thomas. Actually, the thing is, though, Kovacic is natural at covering. So maybe we'll just switch him around like this and have Kovacic there. That makes more sense to me. So, Perez in goal, a back four of Peresato, Kovacic, Rodgers and Thomas. Perez and Oliveira in midfield. With the defence we've got, I would like to squeeze McKenna in somewhere, but who do you drop? I don't see that we can squeeze McKenna in anywhere. Perez has been our best player all year. Oliveira is our captain and the man who makes us tick. McKenna just doesn't fit in. We've talked about it. We will squeeze him in eventually. I just haven't worked out how to do it yet. Ian and Park on the wings, and then Juan Jose and Veloso up front. I guess the argument is drop Jose and bring McKenna in and go to a 3-man central midfield. The only problem is every time we've tried that, it's not worked. For whatever reason, if we move away from this 4-2-4, we just don't look anything like the same team. I don't think we've got the defensive stones to defend, so we have to go all out attack and try and outscore teams. I think today's going to be a day where we probably fail at that. But you never know. This could be the start of all the greatness that's in the future of Holme Football Club. Kovacic with a goal line clearance. It ends up with Park, and all of a sudden this has turned into a counter-attack. Look at the amount of men surging forward here. We've got men over. Park just had to beat his man and get the cross in. But the Manchester United defender, in a last-ditch tackle, does take the ball off of Park. That was a big opportunity. We had 5-on-2, I think, there, or 5-on-3, and we managed to not even get a shot on goal as a result of it. Question marks being asked of Park, who's now faking a bruised thigh. Juan Jose has got a bruised ankle, although it says he's really injured there. He's not really injured there. Oh, he is now. I think Juan Jose does have to come off. And now I really am thinking, do we bring McKenna on and shore up the midfield? No, we don't. We bring Francisco on and we play with 2 strikers. And I might even make him a bit more attacking, because he doesn't need to hover in behind the way Jose does. He can get up there with Veloso, and both of them use their pace and try and cause some problems against this Manchester United defence. Right, Thomas with the throw. There is Park. Can he beat his man this time? Plays it back to Thomas, and Oliveira loses out the ball on the edge of the area. We need a big save from Perez here, or a big miss from the Manchester United striker. Are they bottling it? Because they've had 2 big misses now. Oh my word, it's 0-0 at half time. We've looked as likely as they have to grab a goal. XG disagrees, but I'm counting the Park chance that never ended up in anything like a goal scoring opportunity. I'm counting that as big as that Manchester United chance that they just missed. Ours just got bottled a little bit earlier in the process. I'm going to offer some encouragement to the boys. We've got a throw again with Thomas. He finds Park, who nods it back to Thomas again. Plays it across for Oliveira. Now Park back to Perez. We've got to get this to one of our attacking players. Park slots it into Veloso. Veloso's through. And the goalkeeper makes the save. And we've got the corner. That was a big chance for Sandro Veloso. Feel like he probably should have gone far post with it. Perez with the corner. Rodgers is there. What a story it would be if Joshua Rodgers came in and grabbed the goal. Ian's hit the post. Oh my goodness. We're going through it, but it's not quite coming off for us. It feels like one of those games where Manchester United grab a late goal and effectively secure themselves the league title by doing it. But goodness me, are we giving them a good bit of competition here today? And if we had our first choice team, if we had our first choice defence, I wonder if we stop that from happening. And maybe next year, Maybe. Problem is, we're going to be in the Champions League next year, which was going to be lovely for money and attracting players and long-term success. But as we saw last season, the big problem for a team like us for getting into Europe is that it's very difficult to focus on both Europe and domestic football. So I think that might end up being problematic. I'm expecting a mid-table finish next year. Right, this is something I've been experimenting with off camera. To try and get the best out of Yordi. It's when we bring McKenna on, Perez goes up onto the right, so McKenna becomes a ball-winning midfielder, Oliveira box to box, and then Yordi out wide becomes the playmaker. This might be the way to get it working, because that's what Yordi wants to be doing. He's not a winger, he's not an inside forward, he wants to be a playmaker out there. So let's see if making him a playmaker out there gets a performance out of him. We've gone attacking as well. There's your big ball forward. And I mean, I guess it's an unusual decision to shore up the midfield after we've already conceded the goal. We perhaps should have started with McKenna in there, like we talked about before, because he's going to give us that midfield crunch. But you never know. We might grab a goal. Who knows? An equaliser would be spectacular. If we could grab an equaliser, please, boys and girls. And then maybe a winner. I have dreams of winning the league. I don't think it's going to happen. But you know what? We said at the start of the season, a perfect season this year would be Champions League qualification and an FA Cup win. We're on course for both. I mean, it's not a foregone conclusion they both happen. Arsenal's games in hand worry me a little bit. But I've said it a gazillion times. I'd rather have position than games in hand. So that's what we've got at the moment. A narrow defeat at home to Manchester United. A game I don't think we lose if we have the normal defenders in. and on another day, Park squares it or Veloso goes far post and we go ahead a little bit earlier in that game. I don't think we're a million miles away from being competitive at the top of this Premier League. It's just not going to happen this year. Right, I'm going to play the next league game off camera because we're going to come back for the FA Cup semi-final against Arsenal at Wembley and fingers crossed book ourselves a final and secure that Champions League and FA Cup win. That's what we're after here. So a 1-0 victory over West Brom means the league table now looks like this. So 3 games to go for us. We are 8 points clear of Arsenal, but they've got 4 games left still. So still the 1 game in hand. I'm pretty confident we're not winning the league. We've also not even guaranteed a Europa League qualification spot just yet, which seems a little odd because we should be. I would think maybe we need 1 more win. Maybe it was because of that game in hand that Newcastle have got in there. Juan Jose did get injured in that game, though, so he's not going to be available for the FA Cup semi-final. I was just looking at the Arsenal team because, as you do, Slam Dunk's in charge. Their best player is our former man, Roland Gregoire, who apparently is unsettled. He wants to leave to play in the Champions League. Oh, the irony from Gregoire. Now, he's not a player we actually have the option to bring back because he's not homegrown at club with us, so we can't bring him back. But it's interesting to see that he is wanted by Real Madrid. We have a 40% sell-on clause for profit. So it's no good if he goes there for 90 million, we'll get nothing. But if they get a stupid £150 million transfer fee or something like that for him, we're getting nearly half of that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Gregoire this summer. Ideally, he moves on because then he's no longer a threat for us in the Premier League and we get a big pile of cash as well. And with Slam Dunk, oh no, Slam Dunk's not leaving Arsenal, is he? Signed a new contract. I keep thinking Slam Dunk's leaving Arsenal too, but he's not. But it would be good to see Gregoire move on, because then we don't have to worry about him anymore. The good news is we have got centre-backs back for the game against Arsenal at Wembley. Elias and Erkan able to come back into the team. And with Juan Jose injured, we're going to try Jordi up front. Yeah, that's right. We're experimenting. We're experimenting in a massive game like this. But we're going to try Jordi up front with Ian out wide. So the team is Perez in goal, a back four of Kovacic, Elias, Erkan and Thomas. Perez and Diaz in midfield. Ian and Park out wide, Jordi and Veloso up front. So let's, I want him to play like that, I think. I just want him to really focus on hovering around in these areas and playing the ball for the pace of the 3 men who are around him. Ian, Veloso and Park, all very, very quick. If we can get Jordi into a role where he can just pull the strings and be that creative force, we might finally find a role for him. Because I want to use him. Even though you lot don't like him, but we spent £66 million on him, so I need to make him work. I refuse to just write that off as a bad piece of business. I will make it work somehow. Maybe. We'll see. He's got lovely mentals. We always look at his lovely mentals. Right, Elias, playing it forward to Jordi. See? Very intelligent flick on. He's great with his head. Ian charging down the left-hand side. If we can get an early chance here, that would be lovely. And that's exactly what we're getting because Ian's won a penalty. So 16 minutes on the clock. Veloso has the chance to put us 1-0 up over Slam Dunk's Arsenal at Wembley for a spot in the FA Cup final. And he's hit the post. Oh, all the goals he's scored this year. And he ain't scored that one. That's troublesome. Perez has got a corner a couple of minutes later. Elias and Erkan both lurking at that near post, but neither of them able to direct the header past the Arsenal goalkeeper. And I do wonder if that penalty was our big opportunity for us to go ahead, for Veloso to grab the goal. And we might now see Gregoire's Arsenal start to take control of this game as they're not only trying to book themselves a spot in the FA Cup final, they've already won the League Cup this season, so they're already in Europe for next year, and they already have a trophy for this year, so they're a good cup side apparently, but they're going to be looking for the psychological edge on us for these final few Premier League games. We've still got to play them in the Premier League. They've got that game in hand, and they can catch us. They could still get into that Champions League ahead of us, and if they do, that means they're likely to keep Gregoire because his reason for leaving is because he wants the Champions League. So if we let them into the Champions League, not only do we miss out on the Champions League, but they keep one of the best players in the Premier League, which is going to make it easier for them to continue to be successful. Lots of reasons for us to win these matches against Arsenal, both today and in the league coming up. Ian is in again, and Ian scored. I don't know how he snuck that past the goalkeeper, but Ian is slowly but surely becoming a home hero. He's got a fantastic name, and now he's scored a goal against Arsenal at Wembley. He's got one over slam dunk. Look, I don't know what he's done here. Their goalkeeper's going to be so disappointed that that's got past him, but nobody else in the ground cares because we've gone 1-0 up in the FA Cup semi-final. This is going to mean so much more to us than it does to them. Arsenal have won the FA Cup before. They've already won a trophy this season. We want a trophy, and now we've given away a penalty. And it seemed like a pretty soft penalty to give away as well. And all eyes on Perez as we're about to hit half-time. If Perez can make the save here against Gregoire, he can't. Gregoire has scored and he's celebrating. What a turd. What an absolute turd. We gave him everything. Without us, that man would be nothing. But yeah, that's upsetting. 1-1 as we hit half-time. It's obviously not over yet, but poor old Veloso not able to score his penalty. Gregoire showing his class to score his. And we now need to find a way to make the breakthrough again. And that's a very sloppy piece of football. If we go 2-1 down before half-time, that's disastrous. So we don't deserve it. We've been at least as good as them in this first half, and we have absolutely nothing to show for it because we've somehow given away 2 goals in a minute just before half-time. I feel a little bit sick. Slam Dunk's going to do it to me again. It's Slam Dunk and Gregoire combining, and it's horrible. It's just horrible. I don't want to know. I don't want to see. I don't care. I do care. That's the problem. I really care. Right, we're going to go attacking for the second half. And I've got tears in my eyes. Veloso, I don't know, do we take him off? Does the penalty miss just ruin him for the rest of the game? We've got Francisco down on the bench. We've got Villalobos down on the bench. We have attacking options. If Veloso is a write-off for the rest of this game now because his head's gone, then we might just have to get him off sooner rather than later. Thomas on the right-hand side. Just stick it on Veloso's head and let us grab another goal. He's found Ian, and Ian's hit the post. Ian is up for it today. At least somebody is. He's scored, hit the post, and still only on a... He's scored, hit the post, and won a penalty, and he's still only on a 6.9. That suggests everything he's done off camera has been terrible because we've seen him be a real threat. Oh, dear. Come on, boys. Demand more. More. Obviously, in the grand scheme of things, we trade Champions League qualification for their FA Cup glory, but I don't think that's how it will work. Psychologically, we've just lost to Manchester United. A defeat against Arsenal as well would be disastrous. But Ian is not having any of it, and he's gone and scored again. Veloso with the assist. It is the Ian show here at Wembley, everybody, and I am loving every minute of it. I couldn't have hoped for a more perfectly named player to become a superstar for us. He's got a lot of luck. Again, a big deflection. He scored 2 very soft goals, but we don't care how they go in as long as they do go in. Right, we are going to bring on Francisco, and we're going to shuffle this attack around a little bit. We're going to move Ian over to the right. Yordi's going to go over to the left. Francisco is going to go up there alongside Veloso. We'll make Ian an inside forward on that side. And then we're also going to take off Perez for Oliveira, because Perez is shattered. Kovacic is also tired. We've got Peresato who can come on. I guess we just need to keep things fresh. Just take all 3 of them off and try and keep energy levels up. We're playing a lot of football close together at the moment, and it's potentially going to cost us as we enter into the final 15 minutes or so of this match. And Arsenal are camped out on the edge of our area, but Ian has got the ball clear and only as far as an Arsenal defender. And they're just, I mean, they are... Gregoire is running this game, and it's a bit upsetting to watch because he could be doing it for us. 3-2 to Arsenal. And I don't know, have we got another comeback in us? Let's see what our spirit is really like. We're demanding more. We're already attacking. We need someone to step up and be a hero. Arsenal deserve it. Looking at the match stats, they've been comfortably the better side. Gregoire's gone off now. His job for today is done. And this is going to be our last roll of the dice. I think it's Ian again. Can he grab a ridiculous hat trick? He can't. I can understand the thinking behind just having a shot because everything he touched went in today. But that one probably deserved a through ball to Veloso or Francisco rather than an aimless shot from miles out. And they've got the one that got away in their side as well. Everything about this Arsenal side is upsetting to me. But they're coming back to Wembley in a couple of weeks for an FA Cup final. We, despite what should still be a very successful season, it's been a disappointing episode. We've lost both matches. Any talk of a double is long gone. We can now come back to reality and just trying to qualify for the Champions League, because our next game, which we'll see in tomorrow's episode, is against Arsenal again, this time in the league. Will they have played their game in hand by then? They will not have played their game in hand by then. Oh, I feel a little bit ill. So tomorrow, we're probably just going to do the Reading. We'll do all 3 games, or as many games as it takes to get into the Champions League. It might be enough just to beat Arsenal and Everton, if we can manage that. But yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. Fingers crossed we get into the Champions League. And if we do, it's a fantastic season. Even if we didn't win the league, even if we didn't win the FA Cup, if we get into the Champions League, that's a massive overachievement and a huge leap forward for this football club. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.